Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you think about the issues of the world. What kind of spice you wanna be? Tell me where you wanna travel. Do you believe in luxury? What's your hidden passion? What makes you so unique? Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host. Today we're at Heileman Golf Course here in Tallahassee, Florida, with special guest Kamaiu Johnson, APGA tournament champion. Welcome, Kamaiu.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised. I was born in Madison County. Grew up there since I was 12 years old, and then we moved to Tallahassee when I was 12. And then when I moved here, I was, really baseball player. Honestly, I played baseball my whole life from 5 to 17, and then I started playing golf, and I met Jan here at Heileman Golf Course, and I was outside of my apartment complex actually swinging a stick, and she came over to me and she said, "Hey, she asked me, what I was doing, and for her to not say, you shouldn't be here,
Right.
For her to say, here's, a 9-iron and a bucket of balls, go to the range and play, hit some balls." And then I did that and fell in love with the game, and I was out at Heileman Golf Course from sun up to sundown.
Wow. So prior to that, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a baseball player.
Okay.
I grew up playing baseball. I was a really good baseball player. I was on a highly ranked travel ball team coming up, and kind of got burnt out of baseball, and then that was when I was transitioning into golf.
Gotcha. Now, so I've heard the story about you kind of dropping out of school.
Yeah.
So tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so I was, kind of lost in life. I had pretty much no guidance at my household, and just I wouldn't say no guidance, but it's just like no one telling me, right from wrong and what to do. So I was lost, and I was kind of put in special learning classes, and I went through a huge depression in life, and just seeing my friends, go to the regular classes, and me, having to, go to these,
Special classes.
and I knew I was better than that, so I just kind of took it upon myself just to kind of, drop out. And I really didn't have anybody telling me to go to school either, so it was kind of like an easy decision for me. But I never once looked at myself as a failure. I've always been very determined, and I've always used the never give up mentality, and that's kind of what I take to me in my everyday life.
Nice. Now, you were into baseball. I know you lived right off the golf course here, but what was your thought about golf prior to your interaction with Miss Jan?
Yeah, well, growing up in Madison, we weren't even allowed on the golf course. We weren't even allowed at the country club in Madison, just being a person of color. So I didn't hear about golf until I actually moved to Tallahassee. And then when I was 13, my grandmother moved on to number 4 at Heileman, and I was when we first moved there, I was like, man, I want to, see what it's like to be on a golf course. And then shortly after that, I met Jan, and she was just like, she was just instantly became like a mom to me. She showed me tough love, a lot of discipline on the golf course, and that's what pretty much molded me into the man I am today. Nice.
So your first time, I guess, with the club and out on the green, what was your thoughts about it?
So I was an athlete, so it wasn't hard for me to get the ball in the air. So instantly I could get the ball in the air, I could make solid contact, and once I don't know if you ever played golf, but once you make that first solid contact, you're instantly hooked. So I just instantly became hooked and loved being around the golf course. It was my peace. I used it as my peace. I loved it, and it was just life-changing for me.
Nice. So you have gone on to win the APGA recently. What was that experience like?
Very nerve-wracking. Trying to win a golf tournament, and that's what I love about golf. It's all on you, so you don't have anybody to turn to. It's just you. So it was very nerve-wracking, but I used my breathing techniques, and I got through that day, and became the champion. And then so many doors have opened up to me since then. And this year I got sponsored by Farmers Insurance, so I became a brand ambassador for Farmers, and that pretty much opened up a lot of financial doors for me. just on the golf course and off the golf course, not having to worry about money. I mean, because to do what I do a year, I mean, it's like 50 grand.
Yeah.
And not too many people coming from where we come from can raise 50 grand, or parents have 50 grand to
Right.
just dish out for golf. So being a part of Farmers Insurance family and just being, ambassador for them and being sponsored by them is, it's life changing, and it's amazing.
That is amazing. How did you connect with them?
So they invited the top minorities in the country out at Torrey Pines, and out at Torrey Pines is where the PGA Tour event's going to be in January. And so they had a press conference with another guy named Willie Mack and I, and they was just so moved by my story, and so moved by the passion I had for the game. And I got a call from the CEO, Jeff Daly, about a month later and said, hey, we want to offer you a contract and we want to offer you a sponsorship. And ever since then, it's just been up. It's been amazing. I mean, I can't tell you how. I mean, I can't put into words how grateful I am for the opportunity and to be sponsored by Farmers.
Awesome, awesome. Now, in terms of your preparation for the upcoming tournament, what does that look like for you in terms of practice?
Yeah, just a lot of physical working out, a lot of cardio, a lot of stretching, a lot of tournaments from now until then. Like I'm about to hit the road for 4 weeks. I got a tournament in Daytona. I go to Jamaica. I go to San Diego.
Okay.
So just a lot of preparation, a lot of tournaments. A lot of just kind of peaking right before that tournament is my goal, and just keep doing what I'm doing on an everyday basis. I mean, I practice right now, probably about 6 to 8 hours a day. So that's my everyday routine: wake up, work out, practice, eat, and just, do it all over again the next day.
Yeah, just like a job.
Yeah, just like a job.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. Now, what's been one of the most challenging courses that you've maybe played on?
Probably Wingfoot in New York, where they just recently played the U.S. Open there this year. So that's probably one of the hardest golf courses I've ever played.
Okay. What about the most beautiful?
Beautiful is probably Wingfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, Wingfoot's such an amazing course. I mean, the course over in Jamaica that we play is called Trial Golf Club, and that's amazing views of the ocean, but different type of style, type of views of golf courses. But that's a beautiful place as well, one of the most beautiful places I've been to. But New York golf is absolutely amazing.
Really?
The views and everything is you can't make it up for sure.
Can't make it up, huh?
No,
Okay.
it's absolutely, golf is just amazing sport, whether it's the grass, whether it's the views you get, the mountains and stuff. You go up north and play, and it's just, I mean, there's no sport like it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, 2020 has been quite a year.
Absolutely.
In many regards, due to the pandemic, due to the social unrest, the racial unrest. I follow you on Instagram and notice you have also spoke out socially about, your Black Lives Mattering on the golf course.
Right.
People associate golf, I think, primarily as a white man's sport.
Right.
How has that, how are you navigating that?
Well, the way I like to look at it is, I don't like to get stuck on, black or white, because, there have been so many people in my life who've helped me, whether it's been black or white or women or men. And the message I have for the world is just like, look what can happen when we all come together. I'm a product of that when we all work together and we all work with each other, it's like, look what can happen. And so, that's the message I want to say to the world. It's just like, let's just work together. Let's be together as one. And I mean, I know it's hard enough to do than this to say, but that's just my whole take. And there's this year's been crazy. 2020. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. I can't begin to imagine what their families are going through, but I like to think that we're all with them, and there was and the crazy part is that it all happened on national television, and we're all wearing our homes to watch it. And I think that's opened a lot of people's eyes and say, hey, let's make a change in this world. Let's give, and the thing about I got the Farmers Insurance sponsorship kind of like 2 months before the George Floyd thing happened. And so, that's been my take to companies. It's just to, look at what Farmers is doing, like follow them. And golf is starting to do that now. It's starting to give minorities a chance. And because golf hasn't always been welcome to minorities.
No.
And just to see that, it took a life tragedy for people to open their eyes. It's sad,
Yeah.
but it's also a blessing in disguise. And I think that to be young, black, and gifted right now in 2020 is an amazing thing.
Indeed. Well said. Well said. So Tiger Woods, tell me your thoughts. I mean, he's kind of been the poster child, I guess, for minorities in golf,
Right.
and particularly men. So,
Right.
what's your thoughts about Tiger?
Well, I look up to Tiger definitely on the golf course, all the records he's broken and everything that he's done in the game of golf. I don't think there'll be anybody else like Tiger. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what he's done, the records he's broken, and just everything he's done. But I like to look up to Lee Elder and Charlie Sifford. Just because everything that they endured on the golf course and to still make a way. And I was watching a Tiger Woods documentary the other night, and Lee Elder came on the TV and he said, what I want to see is I want to see more minorities on the golf course before I die. And I feel like that's my mission to make his dreams come true, that more people look like him on the PGA Tour, because what he had to go through, death threats before the Masters tournament, asking, why are you here? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, and still go out and play. And with all that going on, that speaks volume to the man he was. And that's who I like to look up to, is Lee Elder and Charlie Sifford, and what they had to endure and still get on the PGA Tour. It's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Are there any golfers that you would like to play with?
Yeah, of course I would like to play with Tiger.
Okay.
For sure, just because I what he's done and in the game of golf, it's absolutely amazing. So I would definitely like to play with Tiger for sure.
Nice. Now, you recently launched your foundation.
Yeah.
The My Foundation.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
So the My Foundation is to get more inner city kids involved in the game of golf. And because there was a village who raised me, and I think I have a voice in my community now, and I think that I need to use it and to get more kids involved in the game of golf, because golf, you don't have to be on the PGA Tour to play golf, and you don't have to try to get to the PGA Tour to enjoy the game of golf. And so many CEOs and higher up people are playing golf, and I think if more of us can get involved in the game of golf, then more of us can be the CEOs of companies and do great things in golf. So that's my mission, and that's what I want to do in my community is help kids get involved in the game of golf.
Okay. How can folks connect with the My Foundation?
So it's on all my Instagram, Twitter handles, the My Foundation. I have a website. It's called themyfoundation.com. Okay. You can go visit it, donate, see our mission. I have a great board of trustees, and it's just amazing how my community has just got behind me and helped me, and I think it's my mission to do that as well.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take a break right here. All right. Well, when we come back, I want to hear a little bit more about Mr. Kamaiu, as well as what your greater work is.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Stay tuned for more conversations.
Thank you again so much, Nicole. Y'all, welcome back to the Transformation Place. I am your tour guide, CWN Johnson, the #1 wellness expert in the world. And this week we are talking about how to ward off depression during the winter. So how to ward off those winter blues. Now, winter blues during September to April is considered seasonal affective disorder. And that is actually where you exhibit symptoms of depression to include a loss of energy, decreased concentration, irritability, loss of appetite, and a tendency to oversleep. Now, a lot of us may have an increase in experiencing this, especially around this time, because we have been involved and engulfed in this pandemic, and we have been physical distancing and social distancing. And so some of those things that we need as human beings or human becomings, we actually haven't been able to fulfill. So just be on the lookout and make sure that you assess to see, or make sure that you don't get ate up by the winter blues. And I have some things that we can actually implement in order to ward them off. So let's get into it. Number 1, make sure that you get some sun. And if you don't have much sun in your area or in your atmosphere, then you can actually get involved in some light therapy. All you have to do is just Google light therapy in your area, and you should be able to find a location. Number 2, grounding. And yes, it's going to be cold outside, but all you got to do is what? Just create you a winter garden. If you don't have time to do an entire garden, you can just make yourself a herb box, get your hands into the dirt. And on some of those warmer days, you can actually go outside and put your feet in the grass or whatever whatever you have around your house to truly ground yourself. And there's actually research that indicates that this actually helps us mentally and emotionally. And number 3, a good one, but an old one, exercise. And you can actually get a 2-for-1 by exercising in the sun. So how are we going to use this information to transform our lives? Number 1, you're going to go within to see if you can benefit from this information. In hindsight, do you see that you get a little bluey during the fall and winter? If so, then this information is for you. We're going to implement getting more sun, exercising, as well as grounding ourselves for at least 30 days. Get a consistent routine of exercising during the week. Try to ground yourself about 3 to 4 times a week, as well as getting as much sun as possible. Number 3, we're going to reassess after 30 days. You're going to see if you've actually benefited from this information. Do you feel better than you have in the past fall and winters, or day to day, do you think that you feel better? And if you do, then just continue it. If not, then you can discontinue, and then we can try some other things. Thank you so much for joining me again on the Transformation Place. It has been a pleasure guiding you this week. I want y'all to remember to press and fly. Press through your obstacles so that you can fly right on towards your destiny. Peace and blessings, love and light.
Conversations with Nicole.
Welcome back to Conversations with Nicole. Thank you, Gian, for that wellness tip. If you are just joining me, I'm here at Hylaman Golf Course in Tallahassee, Florida with Kamaiu Johnson, the golfer. So Kamaiu, before the break, you were talking about the My Foundation, which is to help underprivileged kids. And so my question to you is, what advice would you give to little Kamaiu, little black boy, girl that is interested in the game of golf?
Just get involved. I mean, and I say it to the parents all the time, is find a way to get your kids involved. And that's the thing I want to do here in Tallahassee, is just make it easier for kids to get access to the golf course. Mm-hmm. And we're going to come up with something, and we're going to try to figure it out. We're going to try to, get grants or whatever it takes to get more kids and transportation, to get kids involved in the game of golf, and get kids in Tallahassee involved in the game of golf. And it's a great game. I mean, I just would say get involved, please. Like, I mean, it's just, like I said, you don't have to make it to the PGA Tour, but it's just such a good game to be involved in, and just because golf teaches you character. I mean, it teaches you a lot of character. I mean, it's a lot of honesty. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can definitely lie and cheat on your scorecard very easily in golf because no one's really watching you. Mm-hmm. So it just teaches you, character. And it's molded me into the person I am today. And I think that if more of us can get involved in the game of golf, that, we can definitely change our communities.
Okay. Good. I like that. So, final question. What would you say is your greater work?
I think my greater work is just reaching and grabbing more kids and bringing them up. And whether it's, through golf or just through the contacts I have in Tallahassee or whatever it is, it's just like to help other kids. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be kids from the inner city. It can be any kid. And I think that's what I was put on this earth to do, is just get to where I need to get, and then just pull other kids up and just show them the ropes and just get them involved.
Nice.
And I think that's what I was put on this earth to do.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your accomplishments.
Thank you.
All the best on the tournament that you got. Well, the tournaments, because I know you have several coming up, and I would love for you to come back and get an update on you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you, Kamaiu. Boy, what a great conversation. Our indie artist feature is Philip Solomon Stewart with his original song, Love Sailing. We'll see you next time on Conversations with Nicole.